And we just don't get Burmese rubies. I can't say that enough. So we are moving on. What a treat. You don't have to be a July baby to love that. Michael Anthony Jewelry. Anthony Palercio has been a jeweler for more than 50 years. He is who we turn to when we're looking for pieces that are classic, that are timeless, and that are pieces of faith. Yeah. And I know a lot of us in times of trouble, we turn to our faith. Look at what he's done in gold and diamond accents. You've got that gorgeous, gracious, loving, comforting Mary. Okay, so it's a beautiful Mother Mary pendant. The chain is not included. Remember, everything that Michael Anthony Jewelry brings us, it all comes with that lifetime limited warranty, so they stand behind every piece. Today, we took $70 off. Final 60 of these remain.
This has white rhodium accents. It has diamond accents on it. You've got an articulated bail. You can add any type of chain, even the Michael Anthony chain if you'd like to add that as well. It is stamped 10 karat, and you've got lots of great detail. There's a lot of open work,
it's beautiful.
Scroll work, scalloped edge. There's filigree across the frame. I mean, it's a beautiful piece, and and look how it's stamped on the back. And it has a very subtle sort of almost a curvature to it, so it'll lay flat against your skin or against your fabric, whatever you're wearing it with. I like the size of it. It's not so small that you don't know what it is, but it's not so big that you're like, hey, everybody, look at what I got here. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. I always tell him, he's America's jeweler. When I was a little girl, we had a family jeweler, but that's gone. Our towns have gotten bigger. There's jewelers in the mall, and we've lost that one-on-one and that trust that we have with the jeweler. This man, this is all he does. And if you're going to buy gold, especially if you're going to buy rope chain, they are one of the biggest manufacturers of gold jewelry in the world. Not here at HSN, in the world. And so I trust him. I love him. I love his stories. And the lifetime warranty, practically nobody does that. Nobody does that anymore.
He really, really loves and has a passion for what he does. I went to his original factory in New York many years ago and hung out with him. And he showed me stuff and how things were made. And he was so into the process and the people and how everything is done. And all right down to the littlest detail, he showed me how they did their diamond cutting. He actually had a big he had a gold bar in there, and he's like, I keep this in this box. And it was really neat to see, an
actual gold bar. I've never seen one in my life.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But he knows the history of gold, and he knows how to not only how to create it, but he knows how to market it as well. He really understands the people. They love their religious pieces. They love to be able to get crosses and pendants and things like that to show their faith. So he does that, and he does it in real gold, not fashion jewelry and not stuff like that. He really has and because, like you said, he does it in such a large quantity, you're able to achieve a really good price on this stuff.
He travels the world and finds you the best gold prices as well. So this piece in particular was made in Bolivia, and he says those artists, these are generations of artists. So they really, I mean, this is an art form for them. When you have gone through a tough or rough moment in your life, I know that when I went through my divorce, I thought I wouldn't make it. And so I think that we turn to our faith. We need our faith. We need to know there's something out there watching over us. And the Mother Mary, always known for giving compassion and grace and love and comfort with her arms extended. I tell you, it will give you true comfort, and it's a beautiful piece. It's feminine, it's beautiful. You basically don't even feel it on. It's so lightweight. 561738
gold and diamonds
is your item number. 10 karat gold and diamonds, all in one beautiful piece.
5 and 5. You ready?
Here we go. All right.
Here we go.
Who needs coffee?
Nobody.